To me, this is a special picture because it's a very quiet, reverent picture, and it's like a month or 2 months before he left office. It was right at the end. And it was made so quickly. The White House only gives photographers 5 minutes with the president. And so we had 5 different setups, all lit, ready. And we had like arrows of tape on the floor. Go over here, sit down, go over here, sit down, and it took, I got 9 minutes. We did it in 9 minutes, the whole thing. So I probably have 20 frames of this shot, but I like this shot a lot because it's, you know, I like really classical portraits. I think when I was 25, I didn't even think about death. I was too busy living, right? And when you're 55, you start to think about death. Friends start to die, parents die. You know, you start to realize like your time here is more precious than when I was in my 20s. I lost a very close friend almost 2 years ago, probably my best friend, to cancer, and I did these right after. So I think in some way maybe they acknowledge that a little bit. But yeah, I also think I live in a society that completely ignores death. So what happens with photography, you know, galleries, that, you know, you edition the prints, so you say there's 10, which is stupid because photography is like infinitely repeatable, so why would you say 10? It's for collectors, because collectors want to know that there's only 10, right? So the people that make the money off photographs are the collectors, because after 10 years after they bought it, they could double it or triple it. I was so amazed that he went to this little village and picked this woman from, and then worked with her to get a performance out of her. And I also love the idea that she's an indigenous, you know, native of Mexico. You know, she comes from the indigenous side, not the Spanish side, you know, which you see very clearly in Mexico, the two, you know. And so I wanted to put her in there because the film is unbelievable. It's so good. And she's just so beautiful in the film. It's amazing. It was just like this super fun day, you know, where I remember we got this certain kind of sandwiches delivered and we messed around a lot, and it was just like a really fun, I mean, that photo isn't reflective of what the shoot was because the shoot was mostly like laughing and listening to music and stuff. But it made me sad. You know, I have other friends who knew him well, and you know, he was always a really good friend to them, and I know they all felt a real loss when he passed away as well. So as a human being, you know, if you're capable of being compassionate, you know, you attach yourself to everyone's sort of struggle we talked about earlier, you know.